Welcome to the video on easy configuration of Isilon CloudPools with ECS, part of the CloudPools to ECS video series. CloudPools is a feature of Isilon's OneFS that provides policy-based automated tiering of data to cloud storage so as to free up space on your Isilon cluster. CloudPools supports many cloud storage options. In this video, we will step through the simple process of configuring CloudPools with ECS as a cloud storage target, explaining each step and providing some best practice recommendations. The configuration process involves creating a dedicated namespace and object user in ECS, and then configuring the Isilon cluster to connect to the cloud storage, as well as creating an archive policy that defines what data to send to the cloud. First, we will configure the ECS system using its management UI. We start by creating a dedicated namespace on the ECS system. In ECS, a namespace is a logical construct that isolates objects between tenants. We select a replication group, which determines whether or not the CloudPools data that is sent to this namespace will be replicated to the other ECS sites. If the replication group you selected is replicating data to a second site, it is recommended to enable access during outage. This will allow users to continue accessing the cloud data during a temporary ECS site outage. We don't set retention policies here. They will instead be controlled by CloudPools itself. Next, we will create an object user in the CloudPools namespace and generate an S3 password, which we will need when configuring CloudPools. That is all that is required on the ECS side. Now let's switch over to the Isilon management UI to continue our configuration. CloudPools requires both a CloudPools and a SmartPools license activated on the Isilon cluster. Then we can create a cloud storage account, which provides Isilon with specifics on how to access the ECS system. We give it a name and select ECS appliance as the type. We provide the access path to the ECS system, which can be an ECS node, a proxy server, or a load balancer. It is recommended to have a load balancer to balance requests between the ECS nodes. Now we provide the object user credentials from the ECS system. This is the object user name, and the key is the S3 password that was generated on the ECS system. When we select Connect Account, it verifies connectivity between the Isilon cluster and the ECS system, as well as creating buckets in the ECS namespace to store both file data as well as its associated metadata. Next, we create a cloud pool, which will utilize the cloud storage account we just added. We have now finished adding ECS as a cloud storage tier for the Isilon cluster. Now let's create a custom policy to define what files we want archived to the ECS system and any CloudPool actions we want applied to these files. We start out by selecting the criteria for what files we want the policy to manage. There are a number of options available, including file name, path, file type, last access or modification time, creation date, and size. You can include any number of file matching criteria to define the data you want the policy to manage. Next, you select which CloudPools storage target you want to use. And that is all that is needed to create a file pool policy for archiving data to the ECS cloud. However, there are options available, such as whether you want Isilon to encrypt or compress the data before sending it to ECS, as well as retention and cache settings. By default, the file pool policies are configured to run as a low-impact background job daily at 10 p.m. You can modify the job details, and you can also manually run this policy on demand. By configuring Isilon CloudPools and ECS, we optimize our storage resources by automatically moving data to the cloud, thus freeing up Isilon cluster space. This concludes this video on Isilon CloudPools with ECS. For more information on CloudPools, check out our other videos as well as the Isilon CloudPools and ECS Solution Guide. Thank you.